Empty. Ripped to short. Betts whips it to first. 2 away here in the top of the first.
Batting third, shortstop Willie Adames.
Willie Adames stands in.
Come on, showtime.
That misses. Ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Here's the pitch to Adames. And that's outside. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. And Willie fouls one back. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. It's the Giants nothing. Dodgers coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And now here's the starter for San Francisco, Logan Webb. What do you look for here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Mookie Betts leading things off and takes a strike. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Yeah, here comes Tommy Edman. That clips the corner. Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 2.
1 out, base is empty. The wide to kick the pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Next offering way off the plate. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
And a 3-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
And And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Lee moving under it. And that's the inning. Scoreless after one. Top of the second, and now the veteran third baseman, Matt Chapman. Ohtani in his 8th season, 30 years old now. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Misses the sweeper. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
But Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
Sit him down.
That one misses, and the count 1-2. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Pajes hauls it in for the out. Here's Lamont Wade Jr.
Lamont Wade Jr.
Let's go, Showtime.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Ohtani, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Some high cheese for strike 3.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's Elliot Ramos. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
No score here in the second. Got him swinging. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Webb back to work. Outside with a breaking ball.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with, and there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there, and it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Out to short. On the run, throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Just missed.
2-2.
And he chases that one. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Chavez Ravine, on to the third inning. And here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Way out front for strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
That missed by a lot. Ball 1. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
Mike Yastrzemski up here. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Just missed. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Batting ninth, left fielder, Grant McCray.
So up next, Grant McCray. That one almost got him.
Balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And we're back. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajes.
Right fielder, Andy Pajes.
Just missed.
That's away.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. And a good start to the inning.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. First pitch misses. Still tied at 0, last of the third.
Come on, Michael.
Runner takes off, and that is out of play.
Let's go now. Base hit here.
Ball to strike.
Ball 2.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Hesung Kim in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And now the rookie second baseman, Hesung Kim. And that's in there for strike 1. On the ground, right side, Fitzgerald. And that will end the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. Still no score. Back here in LA as we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Jung-Hoo Lee. That misses the zone. 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
And that one cutting but missing down low. That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1. There's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Right side. Throw on to Freeman, and one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Stepping in, Tyler Fitzgerald. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Right down to shoot. That's strike 1.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
No, that's a ball.
And that misses. And a count 2-1. The Giants still looking for their first hit in this one. Next offering is fouled back. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4.
Come on, punch him out.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop, gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
Willie Adames will hit next. Struck out swinging his first time. Check swing, called strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss.
0-2.
On the ground right side. Gets to it with a slide. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Giants are down 1-2-3, and we're still knotted at 0. Bottom 4, and now it's Mookie Betts. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
So 2 balls and no
No
strikes.
strike.
There's a strike to Mookie. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 2-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Just off the outside edge. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Up the middle. Sneaks through. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Tommy Edman at the plate. And that one fouled off. That's outside. 1-1. Betts gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Good eye right there.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Left field. McCray on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit.
Let's go, Fred. Stay out of the double play.
That's off the inside corner, and that is ball one.
Let's go, LA.
Fouled off left side. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. McCray pulls it down. That's out number 2. And now Teoscar Hernandez struck out swinging his first time.
Hernandez.
All right, Dodgers.
Outside low, ball 1.
One ball, no strike.
And there's a foul ball.
Come on, Los Angeles.
So now 1-2.
Talk about tying a guy
One
up.
ball,
That was
strike.
ugly.
All right,
2
Los
outs.
Angeles.
And down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're headed to the 5th. No score. Back here at Dodger
Leading off
Stadium,
for the
Chappie
Giants,
steps
third
to the dish
baseman,
to take
Matt
his
Chapman.
cuts. Ohtani back to work. Not
1-0.
close with that one, and that's ball 1.
Well, these Giants just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
And a swing and a miss there.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
In the air, right field. Pajes settles under this one. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for the Giants, first baseman.
So here's
Lamont
Wade
Wade
now.
Jr.
Went down on strikes his first time through. Wade goes 6'1", 205 pounds, and he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2015. Bases empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And a foul ball.
All right, Dodgers. Woo!
Next offering is in for a strike.
Sit him down.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fastball is outside. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's in the dirt. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. And next is the designated hitter, Elliot Ramos. Struck out swinging his first time. And it's fouled away. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
No ball. 2 strike.
That misses, and the count is 1-2. And there's a ball.
Really nice 2-strike pitch right there. Very tempting, but couldn't get the chase.
Two down, nobody on. That's
3-2.
off the mark, and that's ball 3.
Let's go, Dodgers!
And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Patrick Bailey. He's 0 for 1.
All right, Dodgers!
First pitch, and he just misses.
All right, Dodgers!
Hit in the air, left field,
All day, baby!
and that'll do it.
That's right!
So the Giants leave 1, and we are still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith.
Let's go, LA!
That's a little bit low.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
In the air, right side. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
Here's Max Muncy. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Come on, Los Angeles!
And that one a little below the knees. Ball 1. Nobody out. Runner at first. In for a strike, and it's 1-1.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
That's the ball. 2 balls. 1 strike.
In there at the knees. 2-2.
2 balls. 2 strike.
And now it's 3-2, and this is a good example of the type of at-bat that Muncy can deliver. Andy Pajes in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Let's go now!
Smith gets his lead at first with nobody out. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but, you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
First and second, no outs. And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pajes. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one.
Big at bat right here with an opportunity to do damage. But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the mound.
Late swing, fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
Michael Conforto will climb in. He hit into a double play his first time up.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
This to center field. McCray, long run. Reaches, but can't make the grab. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe.
in there.
And the runner from second scores on the play. And it's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Grounded out his first time up. That's a strike. First and third, 1 down.
Let's go, Dodgers.
And it's 1-1.
1-1.
Let's go, Los Angeles.
Foul ball there.
Come on, Dodgers.
And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Here's Mookie now. Fought off foul. Turns and fires to Betts. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Foul ball still 0-2. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Top 6. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Lake Trinan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Scott warming up as well. And strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Punch him out.
And that one in the air center field. And a quick out, number 1. Grant McCray, the next Giant to hit.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Splits the plate, and that is strike 1. The Giants yet to pick up a hit here. And that misses. And that's ball one. Now one missed. Just missed. The Dodgers up by a run, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. In danger of losing the no-hitter here. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And up next for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And the sweeper is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8. So he's through 6 no-hit innings now. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Giants nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Tommy Edman.
Let's go, Dodgers!
Go Dodgers!
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
All right, let's go!
Now batting.
Here
first
is
baseman,
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Hey now, let's go!
In the air, left side. McCray gets under it, and there's one down.
Now batting, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Now it's going to be Teoscar Hernandez.
Let's go now! Base hit here!
Let's go, Dodgers!
In there, and it's 0-1. Edman, the base runner at first with 1 out.
That's right, LA!
There's the strike.
0-2.
Let's go Dodgers!
On the ground. And that's a fair ball. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Bob Melvin hands the baseball over. Logan Webb won't go any further, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for San
Now on the bump,
Francisco.
Randy Rodriguez.
Number
Just trying to
73.
keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
The batter now will be Will Smith. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Runners at first and second with one gone. And there's the strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Eric Miller getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back there. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. That should get the dugout going. And they tack on 3. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Here comes Max Muncy. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
And another ball. That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. Fastball for a strike.
Careful.
Cut on and miss, struck him out at 98. Now 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Andy Pajes.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And a foul ball.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike 3. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Michael Grove.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Michael Grove.
Now at the plate, Tyler Fitzgerald. The Giants in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
There's a strike.
0-1.
On the ground, and that's through. Their first hit of the ball game. Man aboard on the leadoff single. So they finally get their first hit in this one, and that puts an end to the combined no-hitter bid.
Yeah, and that combined no-no doesn't have the same prestige as a solo one, but you have to give credit to these pitchers for coming in, putting on a great performance so far, but now all attention goes towards getting a W in this ball game.
And the batter now, Willie Adames. check swing, but he went too
No balls.
far.
1 strike.
0-1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Hey now, turn 2 here.
Strike 2.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 1 away.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Ground ball left side. To second, there's one. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. So they find a way to break up the no-hitter, and now it's stretch time. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Giants nothing. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th, and here is Michael Conforto.
Designated hitter, Michael Conforto.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Here's the 0-2.
That's the ball.
Straighten him up a little
1 ball.
bit.
2 strike.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next one misses. Now 2-2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's the second baseman, Hesung Kim.
Second baseman, Hesung Kim.
Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is fouled back. And now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. McCray hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie.
2 outs, base is empty. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. High fly ball out to left field. McCray sizing this one up. Corrals it. And the inning is over. Back here in L.A., ready to begin the 8th. And here's the first baseman, Lamont Wade Jr. Grove back to work. Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1. Grove in his 3rd season, 28 years old. He's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in West Virginia. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Edman makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Elliot Ramos.
Elliot Ramos, the next to hit. say a win.
No ball. One strike.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
That misses the zone. Going to count 1-2. The Giants down by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Two down, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Patrick Bailey. That one misses, and that is ball 1. Just missed.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2 down, nobody on. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back. Going, gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 4-1.
That swing just injected more drama into this one.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And the Dodgers will go to the bullpen. Michael Grove is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
The left-hander on now, Tanner Scott.
Number 66.
He's into the game with the bases empty.
Tanner Scott.
Mike Yastrzemski, the second MLB Yaz, steps in. A little bit low, and that's ball 1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Kirby Yates, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Kopech also throwing. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. In the air, left field, down the line, and that drops foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Here's the 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Pitching for San
Back now, new
Francisco.
pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Sean Jelly.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Tommy Edman.
Edman in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. That one fouled off. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So a man at first. So now it's Freddie Freeman. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Edman up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base, pretty much pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Tosses across to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off.
Let's go, Dodgers!
Swings through that one.
No balls. 2 straight.
All right, Dodgers!
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Smith stands in now and watches strike one.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
All right, Dodgers!
Not even close there. And 1-1.
One more, let's go!
Right.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
All right, Dodgers!
2 balls. 2
In
straight.
the dirt, nice job behind the plate.
You don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so it's got to clearly get far enough away from the catcher. If you're the runner at third, think about scoring.
Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 left for LA as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Kirby Yates.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And digging in for San Francisco, Grant McCray. There's a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So now back to the top of the order. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, guys pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
And up next for the Giants, Jung-Hoo Lee. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one upstairs.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Yates, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
One ball. One
McCray aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Hernandez grabs it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
He's 2 outs away. Fitzgerald digs in now. First offering, and it just misses.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And a strike in there. And a big swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
The 1-2. Swings through it for the K. And they're down to their last out.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Now here is Willie Adames. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Hit to right, and that should do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
킹 MR님의 컨트롤 센터. MLB 다셔 25.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And now,
First pitch coming your way next.
Los Angeles Dodgers.
Just about set to go now. And on the mound today, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. And that's way high. And this one is off and running. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That to right. Pajes. And there's 1 down. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
And it goes just foul. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
2-2 to count.
Hit in the air, center field. Edman in position. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, right fielder Aaron Judge.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Judge rips that one. Diving, gets down, could be extra bases. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got himself a triple.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And here comes Bellinger.
Let's go, Showtime.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Yanks lead one. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Garrett Cole. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
He's someone you can rely on to provide quality innings in almost every one of his starts, Boog. He knows how to command the mound. His stuff is good, and sometimes it's even better than good. If he gets off to a fast start, look out. It could be a tough day for this lineup.
Bottom of the first. Here's Mookie Betts. Pitches in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Turns and fires to Betts. Misses inside, and it's 1-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a swing and a miss, and one out now.
Batting second.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman.
Pitch misses, ball one. One out, base is empty. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Outside low. The count now 2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Stays alive. One down, base is empty. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Stretches out and hauls it in. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
And here's Freddie Freeman. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And that is that.
Come on now.
Dodgers down in order. We played an inning, no score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Second inning set to go. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and there's one away.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Austin Wells now at the plate. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Ohtani, the tall righty, 210 pounds. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
One down, base is empty. And
One
ball 1.
2 strikes.
And that
Nope,
one
that's down.
cutting but missing down low. Second inning here, no score.
Come on, Dodgers, let's go.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is downstairs. To third, Muncy.
Let's go.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second. Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Cole back to work. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Check swing, and he went. Yeah, the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Now a jump throw. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Batting fifth, catcher, Will.
Seeing an impressive jump throw from the hole at short. Let's see what StatCast has to say.
Now he's just showing off out there. I mean, I don't know if fans realize how much arm strength you need to make that throw. This guy's got a rocket of an arm, and that was on full display right there. Just an awesome job.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering is in the dirt. And a breaking ball misses outside. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the knuckle curve, and it was a good idea.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Here comes Max Muncy. There's a strike. Ball one there.
That's inside.
That one off the mark. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. Tap foul at the plate. And that is out of play. Hard hit left side.
Move it.
Slings to first. One up, one down.
Batting ninth, third baseman, Oswaldo
And next for
Cabrera.
New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
One down, base is empty.
Ball 1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
And that one is downstairs. And it's 2-1.
1 strike.
Top of the third, no score.
Get out of here, Yankees.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
Strike him out.
Kicks and fires. And that one moves his feet.
Sit him down.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So the lineup flips over. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Flied to right his first time. Off the mark there. Ball 1.
1-0.
Can't make contact with the sweeper.
1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, Dodgers. Woo!
The shortstop takes a ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
All right, Dodgers.
Let's go, Blue.
2 outs. Good job to fight that one off.
Swing. 3-2.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Chisholm in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Outside low, and the count is 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Volpe off of first with 2 away. Line to left. Hernandez makes the catch, and that is that. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. And we're back as we go to the last of the 3rd. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pages. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Fastball for a strike at 95. And that one missing low. Pages started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, no swing. Gary Simmons with the call. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. That one ripped, but foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
1 ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. No, he held up. Hit on the ground, might be 2. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Hassan Kill.
First and second, no outs. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Here comes Pages around third. He will score, and they take the lead. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Save, he beats it. And they take a 2-run lead.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Now it's Mookie Betts. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Check swing went around. Strike 1.
0-1.
In the dirt. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the last half of the third. In the dirt, 2-1. Betts swings and drives one. This one's well struck. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Runner from second crosses the plate, and they're up by 3. Not in time, it's a double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Tommy Edman at the plate. He popped out his first time. And that's outside, and it's 1-0. Runner at second, nobody out. And another ball.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Good eye in that spot. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 0 for 1 so far.
Come on, Freddie.
First pitch, and he just misses. Activity in the bullpen. Marcus Stroman getting loose out there. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1.
All right, Dodgers.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Garrett Cole is done in this one, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Out of the
New York,
bullpen for the Yankees,
Number
Marcus
0.
Stroman.
Well, no
Marcus
margin for
Stroman.
error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. Grounded out his first time. And that's outside. Swing and a foul out of play.
They need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
The Dodgers threatening.
Let's go.
2 balls.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there.
All right, we need a run.
Got him. And that is a big first out. Will Smith to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
That one outside, and that's ball 1. Betts at third. Edman over at second. Freeman over at first with 1 away. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's a foul ball. That one to first. Volpe at second for 1. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. On to inning number 4. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Yankees nothing. Back here in L.A., here is Aaron Judge. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And a 1-1. And Judge spoils that one.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Up next,
1 down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Ohtani.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Stanton now. First pitch misses. And a foul ball. Just missed. Next offering is fouled back.
Come on, Los Angeles.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, here's a big power threat. Max Muncy.
Max Muncy.
Stroman, a former Gold Glove winner, he features a sinker, a cutter, a slider, a slurve, and occasionally works in a splitter. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He sends it out of here. It's 4-0.
Well, he did a really nice job of letting that ball travel. Wasn't too quick. He kept the shoulder square to home plate, which allows you to drive the ball to the opposite field with power. We see the power and the authority, and fortunately, he was lucky enough to keep it fair.
Now a chance for Andy Pajes. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swings here and blasts one left field. Dominguez going back on this one. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, designated hitter
Michael Conforto will climb in. 0 for 1, he hit into a fielder's choice his first time. That one's in there. It's 0-1. Foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. One out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Outside low. Now 1-2. That one almost got him. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. This one lifted in the air, left field. Volpe. He makes the grab. 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
2 down, base is empty. Now here is Hae-Sung Kim. Doubled in his first AB. That's a little bit low. Next offering is down low.
2 balls, no strikes.
Just missed. Mookie Betts up next for the Dodgers. Let's see if he gives them anything to hit here. Right down the chute, and the count is 3-1. Draws the walk there.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Mookie Betts. Stroman throw to first.
No, he's
Kim
safe.
dives back in safely. Inside, and that's ball 1.
Now, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Here's a 1-1. Just missed. And there's a ball. Kim, the runner at first with 2 gone. Lifted in the air, right field. that is the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, here's the catcher, Austin Wells. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one finds the zone, 0-1.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Next offering upstairs.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
That's
Off the
ball
mark there. 3 balls and a
three.
strike.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That one misses,
that's a ball.
so a
Take the
leadoff
break.
walk.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box. You can see it right there with such tight plate discipline.
Man at first, nobody out. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Pitch
Ball
misses
1,
there.
no strike.
1-0.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Runner at first with no outs here.
That's a strike.
That one missed. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
2 to count.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
Let's go, Dodgers!
And it remains 2-2. And misses inside.
All right, Dodgers!
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Up next.
And
for the
now
Yankees,
Jason
left fielder,
Dominguez
Jason
rounded
Dominguez.
out his first time. Dominguez, 22 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Squirts away a little bit. Two balls, no
That's a
strikes
ball.
to count.
2-0.
Right through there for a strike. Man at first, 1 away. And that's a little bit high. And now 3 balls and a strike.
Come on, Dodgers!
And that one fouled off. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Ball 4.
Now, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow, Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
The double play for crying out loud!
And first offering is fouled off.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
2 on, 1 out. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. And the runners will move up.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity now because of the wild pitch. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. Good time for the hitter to lock in, put the ball in play hard somewhere.
That one drifts inside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Looking good, Dodger.
Just missed.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
That clips the corner.
Helpful.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Second and third, one away. And we're at the top of the 5th. And they're all loaded up.
Take your bait.
Shake it off, shake it off.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. He's 0 for 1. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Foul ball there.
Punch him out.
And now 1 and 2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
And a ball evens the count.
Sit him down.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now 0 for 2 in this one.
Strike.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
That clips the corner.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Just missed.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Here we go, defense.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Wells on third. Dominguez on second. Cabrera on at first with 2 down. That missed by a lot. And it's a full count. Aaron Judge waiting to hit for the Yankees.
Oh, sit him down.
That's a strikeout. Ohtani sends her packing. And the Yankees leave them loaded. They trail it here 4-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now here is Tommy Edman. Stroman back to work. That's down and in.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. A little bit high. And now 3-1. That clips the corner.
3-2.
Hard hit, left field, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Next to the dish is Freddie. First offering, and it just misses.
Keep it going.
On the ground, 2 ball. There's 1 on to Goldschmidt. That's 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Two down, nobody on.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're in front 4-0.
Now pitching.
Michael
for the
Grove
Dodgers,
takes over on the mound.
number 29. Michael Grove.
Yeah, the hard-throwing
Leading off
righty
for the Yankees,
trying to
right
secure
fielder
these
Aaron
outs
Judge.
against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. And first offering is fouled off. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Swings and misses. And Judge is down on strikes.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Here comes Cody Bellinger.
Dodger dogs. Get your Dodger dogs here. Dodger dogs.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. Action in the pen down there. Alex Vesia looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Kopech also getting ready. And the 0-2. Ball 1 there.
2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Hard ground ball, base knock.
Come on now.
And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Now batting, designated hitter Giancarlo Stanton.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And that one is out of here. He'll circle the bases, and they're chipping away. It's 4-2.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Who wants touchdown?
Wells, the next to hit, takes ball one. He was late there, strike one.
I got a ball, one strike.
That's too
That's
low,
ball two.
and that's ball two.
When the skipper calls down to the
Two balls,
bullpen,
one
he's
strike.
expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Next pitch in for a strike. It's 2-2.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's the second out.
Oh, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Out to short. Betts whips it to first. That ends the frame. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now 4-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Well, we go bottom six, and here's the catcher, Will Smith. In there at the knees, strike one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jake Cousins appears to be getting loose. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-1. Called strike right there. Fights it off. You'll see another. And it's a K for the Stroh Show.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Max Muncy at the dish. He's already homered in this game. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. There's the swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Caught him looking for the K.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Two down, bases empty.
Right fielder,
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Let's go, LA!
First pitch swinging.
0-1.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Two outs. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Dodgers go down quietly as they can't add to their 4-2 lead.
Now pitching.
New pitcher now, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So digging in, Jason Dominguez.
Left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Swings and misses. And that's strike one.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
That one way inside.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. The Yankees looking to rally.
Finish him.
Swings and misses, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
So up next, Oswaldo Cabrera. And that drops in for a strike. Scott, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Here's a 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. They trail it here 4-2.
Now pitching.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tim Hill.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Michael Conforto.
On the ground, right side. He takes it on his own and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
One unusual feature of Dodger Stadium, Boog, those low walls in the outfield corners as they curl towards home plate. Lots of homers and automatic doubles because of them.
And next for L.A., Hye-Sung Kim. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Dominguez snags it. 2 down. You touched on this, Singy, but Dodger Stadium has become much more hitter-friendly than it used to be. A few decades back, it was probably the most pitcher-friendly ballpark in the league.
All right, Dodgers. Woo!
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Hammered down the right side, but foul.
You know, real interesting. I think they put me between those two guys because they figured I wouldn't stay in the big leagues very long, so they would have an empty locker between them, and that's kind of how it goes. The big guys usually have some space.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
Somehow, some way, I was able to stick and, you know, develop some really strong relationships with those guys, and couldn't have been more proud of Frank.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Dodgers down in order, but they still lead this one 4-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Blake Trinan.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Chisholm leading things off and takes a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Kirby Yates, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. And that one is inside. Strike on the inside corner.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
It's Aaron Judge now. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though, and that's out number 1 on a tough play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. 0-1. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Tying run at the plate. And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. He's already homered here in this one.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning. Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1.
1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 balls.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Takes it to the bag, that's 1. On to Freeman, double play, inning over. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Yankees 2.
Now pitching for
Back
New York.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Mark Leiter Jr.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
So digging in,
Leading
Tommy
off
Edman.
For the Dodgers, center fielder Tommy Edman.
He swings and fouls one off. And there's a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's outside. 2-1. Grounds one to short. Volpe
Move it.
to first. And they get Edman for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 3. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Jake Cousins getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. One down, base is empty. Line drive, and that's a fair ball.
Out of way.
Now batting, left
Teoscar
fielder,
Hernandez
Teoscar
getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Just missed.
Way to be patient out there.
And the 1-0. That one fouled off. Outside low. 2 balls and a strike.
Look out for the double play.
On the ground to first. And foul ball. Freeman over at first with 1 away. Next pitch is downstairs.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That works.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Digging in,
catcher,
Will Smith.
Will
0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Let's go, base hit here.
There's a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Flips it, 1 at second, double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Through 8 full, it's the Dodgers 4 and the Yankees 2. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Kirby Yates.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Kirby.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Austin Wells. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And that's way high. Ball 1. And another ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, no free passes. You can't allow that.
Ball, that's just out.
Come on, Dodgers.
Strike one.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Punch him out.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Sit him down.
Punch him out.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Punch him out.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
7 fouls in a row. Such an impressive at bat we're seeing right here, regardless of how it ends up.
Sit him down.
The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now
Well, that's a
batting,
nice job of
the
grinding
first
out that
baseman,
at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And that one fouled off. The tying run at the plate. And that one lifted in the air center field. Edman in position. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, left fielder Jason Dominguez.
He's 2 outs away. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Late with the swing there.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
In the air to left center. Edman sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Come on, LA.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Just
Yep,
missed.
that ball went out.
With the tying run at the plate, you're at the top of the 9th.
All right, Dodgers.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-1.
Tying run at the plate, and it is 2-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2-2, count.
The Yankees down to their final strike. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again.
Punch him out.
Got him. And that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.